Okay, here's a good one. What's intergalactic about intergalactic Neo-Swedenborgianism? I call it intergalactic Neo-Swedenborgianism because one of the proofs of what I'm saying is a debunking by Martin Gardner of Swedenborg. So Martin Gardner was a magician and a famous debunker of bad science. He was also a mathematician. He was also pals with my grandfather, J. Marshall, the magician. But anyway, he has a debunking of Swedenborg, which consists of the fact that in Swedenborg's writings, Swedenborg claims to travel to other planets, but he only travels to the planets that were then known in the 1760s. Now we know there are more planets. So Martin Gardner says, if there were more planets and he really went into the solar system, why didn't he say this and discover it, right? Great. That debunks the fact that he was actually traveling in the solar system, but it supports the fact that he could have been traveling within his own so-called psyche, memory banks, inner world, what do you want to call it? But if that was the case, if he was traveling in his inner world, and he only knew about 5, well, that's why there's only 5. Okay, but now the general public knows about the Andromeda Galaxy, the M31 Galaxy, the M87 Galaxy, all these galaxies, the Virgo cluster of galaxies. This is not top secret information. It's just, if you're kind of an amateur astronomer, like I am, I do binocular astronomy. You can take binoculars on Earth and look at other galaxies. So what I'm saying is that in Swedenborg's mind, let's say this is all a product of the mind. This is the Neo-Swedenborgian premise, right? This is all a product of his mind. He's traveling within his mind, including these other planets. So his mind knew of other planets, and his mind peopled the other planets, and his mind created an experience for him which was more real than this experience on Earth, in which he was able to visit these other planets. Okay, so all that you're saying is a product of the mind. Well, there you go. In my mind, and in most likely your mind, if you have any interest in astronomy, there's the idea of other galaxies. So can my mind, is there a limit to this power of the mind? So his mind peopled 5 planets in our solar system, and some moons, I think, and also he visited other planets and other solar systems. So to say it's all in his head, okay, he said that reality makes this reality look like a shadow dream world. So, and that hyper reality quality is consistent in these near-death experiences. So if you're going to say, oh, it's all in their head, and you can prove it by, well, Swedenborg only visited these 5 planets that were known in his time. Great. I know that there's billions, we all have this billions and billions and billions. So I know what a billion is. I know what a million is. My mind knows. Can my mind take that information and create an entire galaxy, billions of galaxies, each with billions of stars and planets? Is that a possibility of my own mind? To say his mind did it, well, my mind is generally built on the same kind of premises, Anyway, that's the answer. So what was the question? Why is it intergalactic Neo-Swedenborgianism? Because we have these other galaxies in our mind. And the thing is, 200 years ago they didn't. 100 years ago they were debating these, what they called spiral nebulae at the time. Then they got better telescopes. An actual guy named Hubble, who the Hubble telescope is named after, put together that those were other galaxies. And the idea that those are other galaxies completely blows the size of our minds up exponentially. Because now we have this understanding of this much vaster universe than they did 200 years ago. Okay, so that's why it's called intergalactic Neo-Swedenborgianism. Thanks.